Hi everyone, and we are back on the channel Psychological Theatre, on which we are dealing with the essential questions of life, which is which are mostly about ourselves and how we function. And today I would like to share a small insight in a way that we have essentially divided in terms of feeling, actually, like when a person that a person actually feels this, okay? And what the person feels is that there is the world inside of the person, which is the world of the mind, where you have your thoughts, your emotions, your anxieties, your hidden motives, your everything. And then there is the world outside of you. So there is the outside world, the physical world, with which we are interacting, and there is the world of the inside, the world of the mind. Now, what I would like to shed light on is that maybe I can put it first in a sentence and then we elaborate it a little bit more, is that the inner world, or the world of the mind, is essentially mostly the knowledge outside, the knowledge about the outside world. That the world of the mind, the thoughts and everything, are essentially moving around whatever is outside of you. Okay, so we consider them as two separate worlds. There is the world inside and there's the world outside. But if you would observe it in yourself, you would see that most of the things which are occupying your inside world, okay, the world of the psyche, they are mostly from the outside world, okay? Like we are mostly thinking about maybe how my career is going to be. That's something which is in the outside world. How successful I'm going to be. That is also going to be in the outside world. How I'm going to find the right person. Okay, again, outside world, I have to look for the right person for relationships, or your money, respect, social status, or you pick anything. You can check that most things which are occupying your mind most of the time are actually from the outside world. Okay, so from first glance, the inside and the outside appear to be two completely different worlds. Okay, but when you observe closely, it's actually an interaction, or it's actually one movement which goes from the inside to the outside, and then from the outside comes inside, then goes from the inside to the outside. Okay, it's like your inside is affected by the world outside of you, and the world outside of you is affected by the world inside of you. Okay, you see a beautiful flower in a garden. Okay, you see it and you feel like smelling it. You go and you smell it. Now, all this desire to smell it and everything happened in the inside world. While you were smelling it, maybe it lost a leaf, maybe it lost a petal. A rose flower has many petals, and maybe while you were touching it to smell it, one of the petals fell off. So the desire which was created inside of you, in the inside world, which created an action in the physical world through your body, is actually affecting the outside world. Like the flower was affected by your desire. Okay, you see a beautiful lake or a pond, and you feel like, okay, maybe I should take a dip in it. Okay, so your desire actually is affecting all the things outside of you. So in that sense, the inside world is not separate from the outside world, that it is in constant relationship. It is constantly affecting the outside world, okay? In the same way, the outside world is affecting the inside world, okay? You see something happening which you don't like. Just the seeing of that thing which is happening in the outside world starts affecting you, okay? Even, and it could be in the other direction as well. Maybe something happens which you like. For example, a football game is going on and the team you like is actually winning. So what is happening outside of your mental world, in the outside world, is affecting the world inside of you, okay? Like you become happy or sad according to the situations. So I think we should see this factor and come out of this long belief that we have that the inside and the outside are the two completely separate worlds, okay? They are not two separate worlds. They are in relationship with the interaction, you know. The inside is constantly interacting with the outside, and the outside is constantly interacting with inside. This is one movement which is going out to in, into out, out to in, into out. And if you would be very careful in observing yourself during the day, you would see it, okay? And most of the things that your inside mind, the world of the mind, is busy with are the things from the outside, okay? If you do this experiment that, okay, I will not think about things today which are from the outside world, okay? Then see what is actually left inside. And you will be shocked that most of the mind will be empty, that it appeared that the mind is full of its own content, you know, as if it is full of its own world. But actually, the inside world is full of information about the outside world. So if you don't think about what's in the physical world, what's outside of you, most of your thinking is reduced to a drastic level, you know, like most of the things that we are thinking during the day are about the outside world, okay? So it can also be seen that most of the desires are about the outside world, okay? You desire in the inside world about something which is outside, okay, which is something in the physical world, but the desire is created in the mental world, in the world of the mind. So instead of looking at them as two different worlds, as the inside and the outside, it's more sensible to see them as an interactive movement, you know, that it's one movement which is going outside from you and then comes back to you, and then goes outside of you and then comes back of you. And it's affecting both. When it goes outside from you, it affects the physical world, and when it comes back from the physical world, it affects you. So it's a chain, or it's a movement. Let's say chain is still more like a linear concept. This is more like it feels like a circular concept, like it goes from you to the world and then from the world to back to you. So this is one small thing I wanted to share with you, that this division between the inside and outside is only apparent. You know, it appears to be as if it is completely different, but actually from the basic logic, we are kind of part of the physical world, okay? So we cannot separate ourselves from the physical world. And we try to do it by creating a mental world and say, okay, now I have separated myself from the physical world by having this mental world of mine, which is the inside of me. But when you observe that inside of you for maybe a day or something, and you see that most of the things which are filled in this inside world of yours are actually about the outside world, you know, about your money, about your family, about your status, about your success, about your targets, visions, about your motives and everything. So it's not two different things. It's not two different. It's just one interaction. It's just one movement which is going outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside. So I hope you would be able to see it. It's a very simple observation. There is not like a anything complicated and anything complicated regarding this observation. Anyone can observe it quite easily, and but the effect of the observations are quite unexpected. You think it's a very simple thing that we just heard, and maybe we can see it, but when you start seeing it, this feeling of the division between the inside and the outside starts fading away. Then it starts becoming as one, as if it's one movement, and that has a big impact on you. And what is that impact and everything, I think it's not so sensible to talk about it. It's just like you can just check it yourself. There's no, and you will know how it affects you. So try to see this traditional approach or the traditional concept we have of the inside and the outside, and dividing them. And when we divide them completely, then there's always a struggle going on between the inside and the outside. The inside wants something, but the outside is something else, and there's a struggle which brings a lot of problems. But when you see it as one interaction, okay, then your whole approach of looking is changing. Your whole approach of looking at life is changing. Okay, so it does something then later on. So you can try it, you can check it, and please also share with us and leave something in the comments. If you've tried it and you discovered something new, please leave in the comments. And if you have some question regarding it, then that also you can ask. So today I would just keep it to this small and simple, and I hope we meet again in the next video. Thank you very much.